And that's why the importance of the cave. This is a journey to the Lord of Power. And as soon as they enter Surah Al-Kahf and understand, they understand that you're going into this cave. So there's an adab, there's manners, there's all sorts of reflections to contemplate. You can't act like a gorilla or a orangutan. We're not entering the zoo. We're entering into the Divinely Presence. That's why Surah Al-Kahf gives then the examples. How to have manners and run from oppression, how to understand the people of the will, the servants of the will that even confuse the servant of the Amr who hears the command of Allah. Sayyidina Musa Kalimullah, he hears Allah. And the teachings of the servant of divine will confuse the servant of the command, because he hears Allah and says, I don't understand what you're doing. From here becomes the realities of unseen. Surah Al-Kahf is teaching us this journey is not the world of the seen. We left that when we entered the cave. If you're a physical person, this is not making sense to you. If everything about you is physical, these teachings make no sense to you. This is supposed to be attracting people whom have a spiritual desire. As a result, unless they've been deluded by shaitan where they thought they had spiritual desires, but shaitan made them very physical. So after a period of time you understand why it doesn't make sense to them anymore. Nothing that the shaykh didn't change, the teaching didn't change, you changed. As a result your magnet is now departing. We say it's like faith is very sensitive. Don't think, oh I got it, I'll have it forever. If you don't practice, you don't keep meditating, contemplating, doing your aura, doing your zikrs, doing everything that made you to be spiritual. Because these teachings, these realities, all of them, regardless if a person is teaching it right or not right, we don't care. But the path is based on unseen. As soon as we entered the cave, you entered into a dimension not seen. Now it becomes the adab of dealing with the shaykhs of irada, because their will and their guidance not something you understand and it's not seen. And that's why we say the logical mind doesn't understand. Logical mind wants to say, I want to see the 5 steps ahead of me and how I'm going to plan for those 5 steps for the next 10 years. But this is not the way the Sayyidina Khidr has been given as an example. The Sayyidina Musa couldn't see him, didn't even catch him on the first run and missed even the sign of a dead fish coming to life. And he had intention to meet with him, said, I want to go to where the 2 rivers meet. And even an amazing sign where your dead lunch becomes alive, he missed it. So the assumption that because you speak to God doesn't mean you're spiritual. It's a gift that God gave to you. His nation is an eye for an eye nation. They're very physical people and they don't have spirituality and they lack spirituality. That's why He left the way of His nation to go towards Sayyidina Muhammad. He wanted a knowledge and a khuluq and a character to become rushd, to be ripened. That's not the way, and I want something that's going to make really my reality of my soul to blossom, but that requires the Muhammadan guidance. And as a result Allah sent him to one, because he's in the shajar of Naqshbandi shaykhs, and he gives the support, Sayyidina Abbas Khidr salam, the one who attained the rahmah, and then we taught him knowledges. And as a result they come to teach. From this point on, this is unseen teachings.